Hey guys, Lowell at Tech Fix here, and I am in the Tech Fix Talk studio with
David Finch.
and we're going to talk about anything and everything. We don't have any sort of set precedents, but I do have some questions that I want to ask you. So let me ask you one more question here, David. So you are largely into diesels.
Correct.
Where do you see the diesel industry going?
I do not see it going away for a very, very long time.
Okay.
I don't see the electric cars that are going to take over probably some of the light car side in the next 15 years. Emission standards will probably stay the same. We're clean as we're going to be, and I mean, in some aspects, it's cleaner than the air they're pulling in. So I think that's all going to stay in check. You're going to see probably diesel hybrid, I would say, within the next 5 years, which in my mind makes sense. You can control load of the engine, you can control emissions with the load, and everything stays in check. You're not doing a lot with that, which I see a diesel hybrid, probably within 2030. So.
Okay. When we're talking about today versus yesterday, when I first became a technician, I mean, we worked on diesels, we worked on everything. I'd worked on school buses for a while. How far your industry has come, I should say our industry, with particulate matter is amazing.
Right.
I mean, I can stand behind one of the diesels today, and it's I can barely tell it's running.
Right. You can't tell it's running, and now you got, we're running injectors 9 times a compression stroke. I mean, that's keeping the explosions down. That's keeping, now you're starting to burn it as it's coming up, and the flame kind of grows. So you can do that now. There's your noise. So, let's face it, every time our industry changes, and our industry changed in 07 and a half, 08, it doesn't work always. They get thrown in the vehicles, and it's consumer tested. I mean, we get a lot of that. So early years of emissions, there were huge problems. But now if you take care of it, it's taking care of you. So
Didn't Volkswagen go through a big deal about that?
They did. The scandal in, I think, 14. Yeah.
What was that all about?
So supposedly they were, the car would sense if you plugged an OBD2 scanner in.
Okay.
And did an emission test. It weren't, saying that they saw the emission test, but if you plug the scanner in, it put it in a different mode, in a different parameter. So it would clean it up.
Oh, that's sneaky. Okay. I remember that now.
Supposedly the 3 engineers that came out with that at Volkswagen are in jail in Germany now,
okay.
From what I hear.
Well, I don't know. I can't judge them, but that's pretty harsh.
That's pretty harsh. I mean, but everyone's went through their scandals. I mean, Ram just now settled. They're they're giving like free oil changes to come in and get your computer reflashed because they didn't meet standards.
Okay.
Ford had their early 17 trucks. They said they didn't meet standards. Yeah, it's funny. They say they didn't meet standards, but how did they pass the leave? You don't understand some of the stuff that goes on.
Yeah. There's a lot of bureaucracy in there.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And there's too little information, too little training to the public. I can't remember if it was one of the late teens Fords. I was talking to the guy, I want to say it was over at Rotary, who was telling me that all of a sudden even dealerships were dropping these trucks off of the lifts left and right because they didn't tell anybody they changed the frame width.
There you go. Little things, right?
Little things, yeah.
Little things.
Yeah, that's wild.
But yeah, I mean, like I say, everyone's went through their emission stuff. I just feel at now where we are with emissions that we've figured it out. I mean, we're 15 years in the SCR, 16 years in the SCR. I just feel that now we should understand it as technicians, what we're trying to clean up. And, we talked before, the science of it. You hate to say, well, follow the science, how it works, but if you understand that system, basically, it's what it's doing, you can diagnose it. It's not a problem.
Yeah, things are definitely coming into focus.
Yes,
for diesel.
Yeah,
sure.
People don't realize. Fun fact is, a gas engine's like 4 times more NOx than a diesel
Yeah.
engine, but a cat cleans it, right?
Yeah. Well, you know, and just the way they operate, you know, diesels were hard for me to wrap my head around. They don't create vacuum.
No.
What?
No.
And then the EGR valve is open idle. You know,
Right.
It's like, what?
Yeah.
You know.
It's funny is you ask in a class and you ask them, you know, why didn't a diesel have vacuum? You get blank stares. It's like no one understands that. And you're like, well, why didn't it have vacuum? They're
Okay.
like, well, it's not pumping loss.
For our viewers and our listeners, please explain this.
So the reason a gas engine has vacuum is because it's pulling against the throttle plate. You have pumping loss. And we don't have that in a diesel. Now, we have throttle plates now, but they're only to create some sort of vacuum for, you know, regens and to pull EGR in because you can't pull EGR. So that's why.
Okay, all right. I think that's a good place to land for this one, man. So, David, man, I appreciate you, and really, I'm starting to enjoy our talks that we're having.
All right.
You know, you're considerate of my age, and I appreciate that.
I'm not trying to go back too far.
Well, cool, man. Hey, I'd love to do this again with you
Definitely.
next time you're in town. So,
Definitely.
looking forward to it.
Yep.
All right, guys. You fix the cars, you fix the shop.